What's going on, everybody? It is Larry B. Hawkins Jr., also known as Hawk, and today I wanted to give y'all a harsh reality of life. You know, one of my favorite artists, one of the lines he drops is, he said, I'll do this so you wouldn't have to. Meaning I'm ultimately paving a way so you don't have to do those same things to get to where I'm at or where I'm my current status. And the reality that I want to share with you is that a lot of people say, I go to work every day to give my kids a better life. I go to work every day so, to do things for my kids so when they get older, they don't have to go through it. Or I'm showing them the struggle, quote unquote. I'm showing them the struggle so that they will grow out of it, or it's something that they'll want to go away from. The reality is, if you're not showing your kids how to get it ahead in life, your reality will become their reality. And as a parent, or for me personally as a parent, the last thing that I want is for my reality to become my child's reality until I reach the level of success that I'm working to reach. I was at a seminar this weekend, and the guy, his name was Greg, who was giving the seminar. He said 16 years ago, I sat in the classroom just like this and I made a decision. And my decision not only has impacted my life, but it's impacted my son's life, my daughter's life, my other daughter's life, my grandchildren's life, and it'll impact his grandchildren's life. All because he made a decision to do something different. And then he didn't just leave his family out of it or leave his friends out of it. What he did was he took his business, taught his son the business. His son had ideas of his own, incorporated it into his dad's business. Now you got one big family corporation with multiple businesses underneath the corporation. And that's how you create generational wealth. That's how you keep the money in the family. So if you're one of those people who's sitting out here talking about, well, I do this so my kids don't have to, man, get your head out your own butt. You got to be willing to do something different. You got to show your kids that they are ultimately the creators of their future. If you've been living in the struggle, show your kids how you lived in that struggle and you got out of that struggle. If you're not where you want to be financially, stop making it seem like everything is okay, because you are teaching your child to think that if I struggle like this, everything is okay. It's a video on YouTube, and I'll put it up at some point, where it's a father and his daughter. And the father does everything with his daughter, like picks her up from school, drops her off. And the little girl is writing a letter to her dad. I think the video is called, I love my dad. And the little girl is writing a letter to her dad. I love my dad. He does this, he does that. He's the greatest. He buys me ice cream. He feeds me. And then she was like, but my dad is a liar. And and the reason why she's calling her dad as a liar is because he makes it seem like his life is so great. He makes it seem like there are no struggles. But she knows, she sees it, she knows, she feels it. Kids are not dumb. So if you're living that double standard, man, I'm telling you, do something different. Dare to be different. I don't know. That's what was on my heart today. I know I got kids of my own. I don't want my kids to grow up doing none of the stuff that I did when I was young. I don't want them to realize any of the struggle that I had. That's the reason why I go so hard. I go hard because of my kids. I was about to list a whole bunch of stuff. The main sole purpose, the reason why I go hard though, is because I don't want my kids to have that same struggle. I need my kids to be above where I was, to do something different. That's what I wanted to say to y'all today. Y'all have a wonderful day. It is Larry B. Hawkins Jr., also known as Hawk. Hey, if you got some value out of this, like it, share it, comment. Let's grow. Peace.